the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the New York Knicks. For the Knicks, they want to come out of the gate strong tonight. We've heard them talk about establishing the upper hand right away, not sitting back and playing it safe in the early stages. And last season, we saw James Harden take on the role of acting point guard for his team. Even with the switch, he continued to pour in the points. But the real story, the assist, man, why was that move so good?
Well, Harden has always been a ball-dominant point guard, I just think he's an underrated passer, but he's always been a great distributor. Now he's just doing it more. He's trying to average that triple-double.
You know what the funny thing is? When he didn't have the ball and he wasn't playing the point, I think he looked for a shot more. But knowing that it's in his hands every possession allows him the freedom to pass the basketball, and it's helped the Rockets.
Interesting. Now let's go to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. The Knicks here to defend home court, playing host to the Western Conference. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the Rockets made the big move last season, putting James Harden in at point guard. Harden said, "It shocked me at first, but I thought about it, and I'm a passer. That's what I do." Coach Mike D'Antoni says he's one of the best pick-and-roll guys I've seen. He's a terrific passer, not just a good one. He's a terrific passer. Kevin, this is a guy who coached Steve Nash.
A bold move that has really paid off, DA. Harden's efficiency at the point guard spot has been nothing short of impressive. And tonight, the matchup at the center position is certain to draw attention. Not something we say every night because the bigs don't seem to be stressed. But tonight, Chris, that is a factor.
Thank God big guys are back in the game. Kevin, I got this opinion that there's a conspiracy against the big guys. I mean, hey, big guys played in this basketball. You guys remember a guy by the name of Mikan? He was pretty big. So, yeah, tonight we have a great center matchup. I can't wait to watch this.
So the Rockets win the tip, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so in the game for the Rockets, Anderson is down low with Capella. Gordon and Ariza are on the wings, and it's Harden in at the point guard position. Now here's Harden. The step-back jumper is good.
And it's clear that Harden is a high IQ player. I mean, in pick-and-roll sets, you can see it. His decision-making is just extraordinary.
Jack passes to Porzingis. Goes up at the stripe. It's rebounded by Houston.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Harden with a screen on Jack. Screen by Capella. Lee against Harden. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And although the D was solid, Harden beats them with better offense. I mean, good D, better O. When he's right near the cup, he's extremely efficient.
Now, here's Cantor. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Harden against Jack. Harden outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
He throw good, James Harden. And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years. The way he's able to just carry an offense with his creativity garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though. He's such a unique talent on offense. Maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award.
Well, across the board last season, James Harden, Greg, saw his numbers jump through the roof, but he showed improvement both in his defensive engagement as well as his rebounding. Not something that a lot of us saw coming.
That's a good point. And with Harden, I think the rebounding is the really surprising number. Went from being an average rebounding guard to a great one the last few seasons. He's been showing more of a dedication to all aspects of the game.
Well, the lengthy Ariza loves getting up on these type of plays. Timing right there on these alley-oop jams, that's just terrific.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Now here's Porzingis. Shoots over Capella. Porzingis can't hit.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Offensive rebound. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And here's Harden for 3. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
Oh, that's just the confidence Harden has in himself. I mean, ready to fire as soon as he receives the pass.
Here's Cantor, drilled from 6 feet.
Oh, after falling short on their first 4 shots, they got one to go, and now they're 1 for 5 from the field.
Jack against Harden. He kicks it to Anderson. Over Porzingis. A nice shot by Anderson.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Well, yeah, they've set an aggressive tone early. The trick is maintaining this momentum. It's easy to get complacent.
And so it's New York with it. 11-point game. And Jack kicks to Porzingis. Feeds to Cantor. Outside Hardaway. Six to shoot. And the shot no good, a bit short.
That's a shot that will drive his teammates crazy. There's just no reason to take it. He should have kicked it back out and reset the offense.
It's Ariza on the wing. Guarded by Hardaway. The floater, Ariza no luck.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Jack dishes to Cantor. Right side, Porzingis. There's a screen by Cantor. Porzingis with the ball and guarded by Capella.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Now here's Gordon. Capella sets a screen for Harden. Off the screen, and the jam by Harden.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
Here's Hardaway. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Back to Jack. There's the pick. Out to Porzingis. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. And Harden wide open. He shoots. The three-pointer, no good. Knicks trail by 15. Lee kicks to Porzingis. Back to Lee. New York moving it around. Screen by Lee. Out to Hardaway. Cantor with a screen on Ariza. The three from Porzingis. Drills it from outside. Porzingis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Gordon against Lee. Gordon, the pass to Harden. Capella sets a screen for Harden. Trying to find Capella, gets it to him. Anderson dishes to Harden. Screen by Capella. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Capella's got his first 2 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
New York calls timeout. And Chris, as your career progressed, your free throw shooting percentage jumped up about 20 points higher than when you started. It's not the case for a lot of players. Just how hard is it for a big man to improve their free throw shooting throughout their career?
Okay, that's probably one of the things I'm proudest of is that I have a record from going from worst to that best improvement. And I worked out hard. I had a shooting coach, Buzz. We worked out every summer. I would take him everywhere with me, Kev. I mean,
really?
I would take this guy to the club, to church, to a restaurant, to he'd have to wait outside the bathroom. Everywhere I went that summer, I wanted him, with me because you have to focus and concentrate on it. You think about it, you have to change not only your mental habits, your repetition, but your thought process. So step 1 is the figuring out that shot. Step 2 is how many repetitions. Step 3 is can you get that in game time atmosphere, and you really can't unless you punish yourself in the summer with running. So if you have to do a suicide every one you miss, or it just was just so much work and intensity on it because you have to build up so much trust, because the reason why guys shoot bad free throws, they don't trust it. They shoot a different way every time. And it was fun becoming better at that, but that's probably one of the toughest things I've ever done was get better at shooting free throws because of the concentration and the time allowed it to try to improve.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Jack with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Cantor kicks to Hardaway. The kick out to Jack. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Hardaway against Ariza. Anderson the screen. Capella the pass to Ariza. Beyond the arc, and another 3 for Houston.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Knicks trail by 20. Here's Jack. They set the pick. On the wing, Lee, defended by Gordon. High, arcing shot. Will it go? And that one is off.
Well, he's having a tough go at it so far this quarter. Not much dropping for him.
He feeds it to Harden. From deep, it falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
There's a screen by Cantor. Jack with the 3. Again, the miss by Jack.
Playing the revenge card right there. Trying to get those 3 points right back. Didn't work.
Harden kicks to Ariza. Anderson the screen. Back to Harden for the 3. The offensive rebound. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, the D knows Anderson is always looking to get his shot off, which is why he's able to draw these type of fouls with the pump fake.
And Ryan Anderson perhaps personifies what it means to be a stretch 4. He's 6'10". He came off the bench for 4 years in New Orleans. He's always been a great shooter, Chris, and was exactly what the Rockets were hoping he would be when they signed him.
Look, I know what Anderson was thinking. This is a match made in heaven. He was always a great offensive forward, but the system they use is just perfect for him.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Anderson.
I love and admire Anderson's consistency. A terrific stretch 4, a real matchup problem for many teams.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Mbamute's checked in for Houston. P.J. Tucker comes in for Trevor Ariza. Both free throws good from Anderson. Well, Ryan Anderson, a terrific deep threat in stretch 4.
And I remember last season when he told reporters that a heckler yelled out at him, "Hey, Ryan, you look like a math teacher." And you know, we've heard a lot of these off-the-wall heckles before. But the irony is it's oftentimes the strange ones that tend to stick with you more. And that's an example of it right there.
Harden dishes to Anderson. Now Tucker passes it to Harden for three. Ntilikina with the rebound. Out left to the wing. Sessions against Harden. Now here's Sessions, guarded closely. Ntilikina, good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Ntilikina's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Sessions against Harden. Harden draws the double. Out to the wing. Anderson the screen. Just 5 to shoot. He came off the screen and finished with authority.
And from the opening tip, they've just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Now here's McDermott. The pass to Hernan Gomez. New York moving it around. McDermott can't get it to go.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That just shows you can do everything right sometimes, but still get the wrong result.
Hits it from three-point range.
He is dominating this quarter. He sees a soft spot in the D, and he's attacking it.
Sessions against Harden. Thomas kicks to McDermott. 54 seconds left in the first. Here's Hernan Gomez, and he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he was 73% from the line a season ago, an average number in that regard.
Nene, he's checked in for Ryan Anderson.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
The Knicks have shot just one free throw, missing that one earlier.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Thomas.
And when you watch this Rockets team, you can see just how explosive they are on the offensive end. Almost everyone on the floor can hurt you from deep, and they all know their role and execute it to a T.
Nene, stolen by Thomas. 3-on-3. They get a hand on it. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And so it's New York with it. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Hernan Gomez. To the left wing. Harden against Sessions. Over Harden. And Sessions kicks to McDermott. Off target from outside. Outside Gordon. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Houston, sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
And really, for the whole first quarter, they've maintained their intensity. Let's see how long they can sustain it.
Knicks trail by 21. Lance Thomas out there with McDermott. Then there's Ramon Sessions. Then there's Hernan Gomez. And it's Ntilikina in at the 2 guard. They're the group New York will start the second with. Here's Ntilikina. And not sure what he was thinking there.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. And in last season, the Knicks raised expectations with some of those big free agent signings and trades in the prior year. And let's face it, things just didn't work out quite how they had planned. Some would say they underachieved. Hard pill to swallow for a fan base that went into the year with so much hope.
First free throw is good. And a big problem for the Knicks and their shortcomings last season was their defense.
Yeah, and listen, they have some shot blocking, but as a whole, the defense lacked teeth. More than anything else, it played a part in the disappointment of last season's campaign, and it's something they'll be focusing on in the coming years.
And Mbah-a-Moute drops them both. New York's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Out to the right wing. They set the pick. Outside for Thomas. Drills the three-pointer. Thomas got 6.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Harden against Sessions. Here's Tucker. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And Mbah-a-Moute's got 4 points this quarter.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Now here's Sessions. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Thomas, no luck. Rockets leading by 22. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And here's Tucker. Fires from deep. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Ooh, boy, shooting with a lot of confidence from deep. You have to get up on him.
Now here's Sessions. Pass to Ntilikina. There's a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Plenty of daylight on that shot. 6 points for Doug McDermott.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And Tucker kicks to Harden. Mbah-a-Moute, a screen on Sessions. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Chris, during your career, you always had incredible footwork in the post. Who are some of the bigs that impress you with their footwork today?
Oh, wow. I think you have to look down in New Orleans. I mean, they have 2 great examples in Cousins and Davis, 2 guys that can dance with the best of them. You look at Minnesota and that young fella Cat there, the way that he plays and moves his feet and how he handles it in the post, you have to love it. But I love where the big men are today because they have great footwork. They have the skill set of the small guys and still use their size. But those 3 come to mind right now.
It's not a lost art either. I think guys realize that their footwork is sometimes their ticket to a good career.
They're better, and if not, they need to open the basketball history books and look at guys like Akeem Olajuwon and Kevin McHale, 2 of the best ever with footwork. And that's why, you know, it's fun growing up playing other sports because it prepares you for basketball. It prepares you having to quit work and having to be a big guy but still being light on your feet.
And what was a wild ride of an offseason for the Knicks ultimately results in a regime change.
Yeah, I mean, players butting heads with executives, and when it came down to it, things just needed to change. If the Knicks picked the Zen Master over Porzingis, fans might have rioted in New York City, and hopefully the franchise can kind of start to right the ship.
Now, here's Tucker. Michael Beasley missing his last shot. From deep, Harden. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And Harden's shot selection, mostly three-pointers or attacking the rim. That's how he achieves his incredible efficiency.
New York calls timeout. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple on you.
Here's Sessions. Looking for his first basket still in this one. They set the screen. Now the dish to McDermott. Beasley the screen. Clock at 6. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
If you leave him alone, he'll drain that mid-range jumper all day long.
Amute, a screen on Sessions. It's Harden with the drive, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Hardaway's checked in for Sessions. The Knicks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Picked by O'Quinn. Now here's McDermott, guarded by Tucker. McDermott passes to O'Quinn, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
And they're just playing fast and loose. Sometimes that'll burn you.
Like right here, you have to value each possession, especially when you're behind.
For Houston, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Nene, the screen. Harden kicks to Nene. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one.
Oh, Harden is so good at finding the open man and a selfish superstar who really whips the ball over quickly.
Now here's Hardaway. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Ntilikina. Buries the long-range jumper. Harden with it. Kicks it to Gordon. Nene setting the pick for Gordon. Inside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Hardaway. Picked by O'Quinn. Jacks up a 3. And Hardaway Jr. is good for 3. Hardaway has got his first 3 points of the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Amute, a screen on Hardaway. Gordon dishes to Tucker. Kept alive. It's tipped, and they get it back. Porzingis is checked in for the Knicks. And a switch here also for Houston. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Mbamute. Outside Gordon. Nene, the screen. Dishes to Ariza. The feed now to Tucker. Houston moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Nene, the screen. Gordon for 3. Rebounded by Hardaway.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, because you're spread out. It could be difficult to contest these shots, but not for him.
Now here's Porzingis. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor. Ariza kicks to Harden. Lets the 3 fly. The Rockets again can't hit. New York's gotten hot from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. Feeds it to Beasley. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Well, it had been a little bit of a bumpy ride for Mike D'Antoni before coming to Houston. He had underwhelming results in New York and LA before taking time off from coaching, but he's found great success since coming back with the Rockets.
Now here's Beasley. Harden missing his last shot. Beasley, the pass to Porzingis. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Nene, the screen. Shot to stop the drought. It's rebounded by New York. And when the Rockets hired Mike D'Antoni, there wasn't a lot of fanfare. But this has turned out to be one of the best fits in his coaching career. In fact, he was the NBA Coach of the Year last season.
Yeah, you never know how a coach will mesh with the team, and D'Antoni has fit in perfectly here. He made some changes early on and has the Rockets as a great offensive powerhouse. Even has the team playing some defense. I mean, something his teams have never been known for.
The Knicks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Two shots.
He's off on the first. And Chris, you were the #1 overall draft pick back in 1993. We've seen a lot of greats taken with that pick, but it also seems that those #1 picks who aren't as successful face a lot of pressure, a lot of criticism. There's a lot on your plate to handle. Can you talk about that for us?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure for some players being the #1 pick. But I've always laughed and I've thought about, players that maybe people say maybe they were a bust, maybe this player wasn't good. Well, I think you should go back and look at the GM that picked them. I mean, the GM is the guy that assesses talent, So when there were a few players that were picked #1, and many players said, "What are you doing? We've played against him. We would never pick him #1." So before that, I think the NBA is about opportunity and situation. Look at a guy like Chauncey Billups. He went to Boston. He didn't do well at Boston. They called him a malcontent, said he couldn't play, and then he ended up being one of the best leaders that the game had. And so this game is all about situation and opportunity. Can you find the right fit? That's why if you're a player, you can't let frustration get to you. You have to continue to work hard, continue to prove your game, because when you play, you're auditioning for the other teams in the league as well. They're saying, wait a minute, we see his unique talent, skills, and we see his unique skill set, and we could use him. And so many times you just have to wait for the right position in the right situation.
To the inside. It's good. Cantor's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here is Harden. 28 points for him. Down low. Here's Capella. And again, unable to change momentum here. Lee outside. Over to the left wing. Lee sets a screen for Porzingis. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one's on Eric Gordon.
And watching Porzingis play, you forget how tall he really is in terms of how he moves. Not only how quick he is, but also that skill set. Incredible that a player his size won the skills competition in last year's All-Star festivities.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And that is what fools a lot of NBA fans about Porzingis. Most of the highlights, Greg, you see are his blocks and putback dunks. But if you watch his game, you see that skill level.
It's rare to see a player who's the complete package like Porzingis. I mean, he's fluid. He's got the easy-looking shot. It almost looks like he's a guard shooting the basketball, comfortable creating for himself or playing off others.
Now, here is Harden. Anderson, a screen on Porzingis. Harden against Porzingis. Shot clock at 5 from downtown, and James Harden hits from deep. Harden's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Rockets.
He continues to be their go-to guy. If they close this game out, his stamp will be all over this win.
And Jack kicks to Lee. Porzingis with a screen on Gordon. Passes it to Cantor. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Cantor's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Outside Gordon. Anderson with the screen for Gordon. Floats one. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Lee dishes to Jack. Some nice passing by New York here. Cantor with a screen on Gordon. There's a screen by Cantor. Here's Lee using his post move to get the 2 points. Lee's got 5 points so far.
And when Lee has the ball there, it's over. He's going up for the throwdown every time.
Anderson the screen. Now Harden. He's got 31. Gordon kicks to Capella. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Jack for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists tonight. Houston leading by 9. Harden the pass to Gordon. Back to Harden. This one for 3. But he stays with it. Harden sets the pick for Gordon. Off the pick. That's tipped. Outside Jack. There's the pass to Porzingis. Porzingis sets the pick for Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Oh, look at the handles. Gets through the D and then powers it home.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that? Now here's Gordon. Anderson the screen. Here's Ariza. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 8 points for him.
Oh, and Ariza just has such a high IQ, getting the ideal position for a screen.
And here is Jack. Goes up the baseline. He squares up and sinks it.
Wow, he had a rough first quarter, but he didn't let it get him down. He's gotten off to a hot start in this second period.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Gordon. There's a screen. Houston needs to get a shot off. The 3 from Harden. But they get it back. Capella. James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. He has been a long-range assassin today. With his work that quarter, his total number of threes is up to 7. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
James, big first half for you. What was the most important thing that got you going?
Just trying to be aggressive, trying to get out early and give a little spark to my teammates. And they followed along. So, it's just a matter of us not turning the ball over and getting stops.
So far, so good. Thanks, James. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. James Harden was the man in the first. He ended up with 31 points, 4 assists, and 6 rebounds. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
Hey, James Harden didn't waste any time. He took over in the first half. Wow. He's probably the most dominant offensive player in the league right now. That's right, the most dominant offensive player in the league. Look for him to continue applying pressure in the second half.
And over to Kenny. What'd you think about New York?
They just gave up way too many good looks from the three-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing it correctly. Either way, it's wrong. So from the looks of the first half, they need to aggressively close out on shooters to close this gap and the score.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, what a shot in the arm he gave them in that first half. The three ball just kept falling.
Oh, well, and credit coach for repeatedly calling his number, because if it ain't broke, don't mess with it.
Knicks trail by 8. Well, the Rockets, Chris, aren't known for their defense, but it probably gets a worse rap than it should. They allow a lot of points, but it's mostly due to their pace of play.
And part of that is just the viewpoint from the past few years. I mean, Harden says he's recommitted himself to the defensive end, which has helped set the tone. Defense does just enough to let their offense win games.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Gordon and Ariza are on the wings. Anderson is down low with Capella. And it's Harden in at the 1 spot.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Now here's Lee. He dishes it to Cantor. He kicks it to Jack. Just 5 on the clock. Cantor with a screen on Capella. And Jack, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jack's got 7.
Oh, simple screen, but there was a defensive mix-up that left the man wide open.
Pass to Anderson. Wing shot on the way. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one.
Now, this is what I love, how Anderson is ready to shoot even before he gets the ball. His confidence is through the roof right now.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 7.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Oh, yeah, incredible teamwork there. A play you perfect only by practicing it until you're blue in the face.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of a former all-star point guard. Jr. not maybe the same ball handler his father was, but he can sure fill it up. And I really feel like he's established his niche in the NBA.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And Hardaway Jr., a 6'6" shooting guard out of Michigan. Talk about his game a little bit for us, Greg. Analyze where he is.
Above average in terms of his athletic ability, improving defensively, and right now he's playing off the ball, whether spotting up or filling the lane. I think this guy's got a chance to be special. He's passionate, and boy, does he compete.
And one reason why the Rockets were okay with letting Dwight Howard leave was because they knew that Clint Capella could fill that role. He quietly gives this team that finisher down on the block, and he has been absolutely, Chris, huge for the Rockets.
Oh, yeah, maybe the best in the league at finishing off lobs last year. Not the most spectacular, but the most consistent last year on that pick and roll because he's so active without the ball. Always moving, giving guards a target, great hands to catch and finish.
On the free throw, no good.
Wow, and the big man Capella has proven to be a reliable role player, a strong physical presence who takes smart shots and contributes well on D.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And looking at the career of Courtney Lee, has hopped around from team to team a bunch of times and always a valued teammate, but just hadn't stayed on one team for very long.
The first one falls. And with Lee, you know exactly what you're going to get with his defense and shooting.
And Lee is always going to be a wanted commodity. His ability to defend and shoot aren't easy to find, and you just hope he's able to kind of settle into a long-term situation.
And both free throws good for Lee.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Lee against Gordon. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. The shot, no good. Lee kicks to Porzingis, and he hits it to tie the game up. Porzingis has got 9 points.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, even if they don't come away with the win, they still have to be satisfied with how they made this a game.
Ariza has the open look. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists here tonight. The Knicks have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Anderson against Porzingis. He feeds it to Hardaway. And he makes that one. He's got 13.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Harden against Jack. Screen by Capella. Here's Harden. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Harden's got 33.
Well, he can finish with force or finesse. The beard does it all.
And Jack kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Canner. Back to Hardaway. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Gordon. In the corner, Harden. Harden draws the double. Near the three-point line, it's Gordon, and it comes off the front of the rim.
He's trying to help him add to this lead, but he just can't find his touch.
Jack with it. He has 7. The dish to Hardaway. Outside, Porzingis. And again, New York with the triple.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
I love it. Just like in life, they never gave up. To claw back into this game and not up the score is nothing short of remarkable.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. McDermott comes in for Lee. And it's Ntilikina in for Jarrett Jack. And it's the Knicks with the ball. James Harden missing on the 3. Pick by O'Quinn. Passes it to Porzingis. And that misses. That would have put him up. And change was needed badly for the Knicks, and they did that starting with the front office.
Yeah, Knicks fans can have a dire outlook at times, but the team still has a solid foundation. It will take some time for the team to become a true contender again, but having players not be at odds with the front office, definitely a good start.
Stolen by Tucker. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Gordon. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Now, he doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
Kicks it to Hardaway. Dishes it to O'Quinn. Shot clock at 6. The feed to McDermott. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Houston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Harden dishes to Gordon. Harden right side. Back to Gordon. Launches it. Here's Nene. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game. Phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
Beasley's checked in for the Knicks.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. And Chris, many thought that after the Rockets let Dwight Howard go, they would have a slight rebuilding phase. Turns out they were just reloading and were a surprise contender last season.
But they did sneak up on some teams with how well they played early on. Front office did a great job retooling the team, great coaching job. But now with Paul in the mix, they're one of the scariest teams, at least on paper, in the league.
Here is Harden following the basket by Doug McDermott. Nene, the screen, back to Gordon. Off target from three-point range.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
I mean, truth is, if you play long enough, sometimes you're going to have a bad quarter, even a bad game. I doubt that this shakes his confidence.
Now here's McDermott. 10 points for him. Beasley with the screen on Mbamute. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. The Knicks making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Here's Ntilikina. He's got 7. Feeds to Hardaway. Clock is at 3. For the lead, Mbamute pulls it in. The Rockets shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. And the basket by Gordon.
That lightning quick release. Gordon catching and firing perfectly. You can't guard that.
Here's Ntilikina. Now the pass to O'Quinn. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. Now it's a 5-point Rocket lead.
Well, Kevin, how about the quick hands of Harden? They're easily coming up with the steal thanks to his activity.
Kick by O'Quinn. Hardaway kicks to O'Quinn. Pass to Ntilikina. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's foul number 2 for him. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And a change for the Rockets. Black's checked in. Here's Ntilikina. Thomas a screen. Outside Hardaway. Shot clock at 5. Trying his luck deep. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Thomas. Rockets have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Screen by Mbamute. Harden draws the double. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Ntilikina. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And Ntilikina is a blur in the open court. So fast and has a terrific feel for which route to take in transition.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Tucker. From outside, off the mark.
Well, that's the shot they're looking for. Clean three-pointer. Just can't get it to go.
McDermott passes to Thomas. For the lead. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Knicks have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And so he makes both from the line.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Harden kicks to Black. Nene, the screen. Tucker with the ball. Thomas is on him. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Tucker. The Rockets with another miss. New York's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Here's Ntilikina. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Ntilikina's got 11 points.
You got to honor Ntilikina from mid-range. He is a quick decision maker who will cash in if you give him space.
And Baamute kicks to Black. Screen by Baamute. Now, here is Harden. Not a lot of room. They get the rebound. Black. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Tariq Black, a 6'9" center, undrafted out of Kansas. He was actually a graduate student there after graduating from the University of Memphis in just 3 years.
With this kid, it's a lot more to him than meets the eye. Completed his master's degree in African American Studies in 2016. Someday he hopes to run for mayor of his hometown of Memphis.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he makes the first. And one strength, Greg, that this Knicks team has enjoyed the last couple years has been their ability to win the rebounding game.
And that's back-to-back seasons, Kevin, in the top 10 for rebounding in terms of the Knicks. And it was something they wanted to improve upon starting a few years ago. They've changed their rebounding trouble into a big asset moving forward.
Good on both. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Ntilikina. He's got 11. Black grabs the board. The Rockets shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Here's Harden. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, the Rockets have a pretty simple game plan. Put up a ton of threes and get as many deep threats on the floor as you can.
And often we can exaggerate about how much a team hoists up the threes, but it isn't an exaggeration with the Rockets. They do it at a record pace.
Oh, yeah, at times last season, almost half of their shots were from 3. By far the most three-point attempts in the league. I mean, you look at their offensive numbers, and clearly it was the right approach for them.
Free throw good from Harden.
And Harden was the runner-up for the MVP award in 2015, a dynamite player, and continues to excel in all aspects of the game.
And both free throws good for James Harden. New York's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Pass to Ntilikina. Launches it. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Inside. And Nene slams it in.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, yeah, and you have to give him credit, too. Makes the right read, go straight to the rim.
Thomas, no good. Houston in the lead. Now Tucker. He's got 5. Shoots from the baseline. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Tucker. Tucker's got his 3rd assist on the night. It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
Pass to Jack. Over Harden. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Cheap turnover. You got to make sure your target's ready for the pass before you let it go.
Lee's checked in for New York. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Houston. Houston leading by 4. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. It's Harden with the drive. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
He doesn't take his foot off the gas. I mean, Harden attacks the D, either finishes or gets the foul.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good from Harden.
And they've been a completely different team at the line here tonight. Maybe they're finally turning a corner when it comes to their free throw shooting.
The Knicks making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. Clint Capella comes in for Tariq Black. And it's Anderson in for P.J. Tucker. Harden hits them both. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Hernan Gomez passes to Lee. Can they get it? And that's 2 points on the layup. Lee's got 9.
You got to love to see the tenacity from Lee on that play. He's so aggressive on the drive.
Anderson the screen. Ariza outside. He kicks it to Harden. Fires from deep. Knicks with the rebound. Lee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He dishes it to Jack. No good with the triple. James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Here's Mbamute. Enes Kanter is out there with Hernan Gomez. Then it's Lee. Then it's Jarrett Jack. And it's Thomas in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
4th foul of the game for him. He's starting to get into that danger zone.
Lee against Mbamute. He feeds it to Harden. Clock at 6. And Anderson has it in the corner. And a miss there on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Kanter sets the pick for Thomas. Fires the 3. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Lee.
And Lee is valuable because of how he spaces the floor with his shooting. He is dangerous from outside.
Capella dishes to Ariza. Passes it to Harden. Harden draws the double. Here's the floater. Here's Capella. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I mean, and Capella really using his massive shoulders to draw contact, not afraid to go right up into the grill of the defender.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. The Knicks making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Capella kicks to Harden. And he's good on the 3-ball. Harden's got 44.
Oh, and Harden scores the ball in so many ways with his jumper, off the drive, dunks, floaters. I mean, from way downtown. Pick your poison.
Now here's Thomas. The dish to Cantor. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Houston leading by 3. And here's Mbamute. With some arc. Harden, no good. The Knicks shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. And Thomas has it in the corner. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Thomas got the game tied up here for the Knicks. Rockets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And Mbamute the pass to Harden. Here's Ariza. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Chance there to take the lead, missing. Harden against Jack. Screen by Capella. Harden draws the double. Releases. Shot's good from Mbamute. And the Rockets lead by 2. New York's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Porzingis can't hit. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Ariza dishes to Mbamute. Back to Ariza. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Well, it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
Lee kicks to Jack. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Well, guys, if you're the other team, you now have to find a way to answer back. Can't afford to give up too much momentum.
To the inside. Capella with the bucket.
And when the D thinks Harden is going to shoot off the screen and roll, he threads the needle with the perfect pass. What a player.
And Jack kicks to Porzingis. This is to Cantor. They set the pick. Here's Lee outside. That shot off. So Houston will take it the other way. Mbamute against Lee. Mbamute can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Ariza against Thomas. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Harden. Here's Ariza. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside Jack. Screened by Porzingis. To take the lead. Thomas, no good. Rockets have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. In the corner, Harden from downtown buries the long-range jumper. Harden's got 47 points.
Look, he's driven him to this lead, and it doesn't look like he's going to ease up until the final whistle.
And Jack kicks to Thomas. Over Harden. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You can't be missing shots like that in the post. That'll get you a spot on the bench.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Thomas. Screen by Porzingis. Again, Thomas missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Mbamute. Kicks it to Harden. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. For the Knicks, Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Enes Kanter. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Thomas. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Gordon's checked in for Mbamute. Harden kicks to Gordon. Anderson the screen. Shot clock at 5. Hardaway with the steal. Now the feed to O'Quinn. Porzingis against Capella. There's Lee with the 3, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Oh, and that's his second three-pointer this half. I mean, he's really cooking now.
Now, here is Harden. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Lee against Gordon. And Jack kicks to Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. The Knicks rebound. Houston in the lead. Gordon up on top. Covered by Lee. Feeds it to Harden. Back to Gordon. It's Ariza on the wing. They get it again. Capella. Porzingis with the block. Outside Jack to take the lead. Second shot opportunity. New York moving the ball around. Pick by O'Quinn. And Porzingis, here we go. And he overshot that one, missing. And for Houston, they're shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. In the corner, it's Gordon. Back to Ariza. Fires the 3. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Wow, that's his 4th 3 of the game. 2 in each half. He has just owned that line.
Pick by O'Quinn. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Now here is Jack. Pick by O'Quinn. Jack with it, and it's Harden picking him up. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Porzingis. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
He's definitely been a different player this second half. He's shooting lights out now. Much different after a tough first half.
Gordon the pass to Capella. Gordon a screen. The dish to Harden. On the wing, Gordon. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. That's 10 points for Eric Gordon.
No 3-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Porzingis with a screen on Ariza. There's a screen. Capella against Porzingis. From the line, Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got his 7th rebound here tonight. On up the court, and it's Harden slamming it down.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Now here is Jack. Pick by O'Quinn. The wide open look here for Porzingis. The second chance effort. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Capella. Rockets leading by 7. Porzingis with the steal. Lee with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Right side Jack. Pick by O'Quinn. And Jack kicks to Porzingis. And the 3 off target. And for Houston, they're shooting here about 46% for the game. Anderson with the screen for Harden. Harden draws the double. Outside Gordon. Capella with a screen-on lead. 4 on the shot clock. Gordon goes in. Good D by Lee.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
1:07 left in the fourth quarter. Screen by Capella. Gordon with it. Harden outside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Love how Harden attacks the basket when he's close by. Just relentless in finding ways to get himself to the line.
Shooting 2.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Cantor checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
I know he feels good about that. A perfect trip to the line further extends the lead.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. 52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen in on Jeff Hornacek's huddle with his players. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
And so here is Houston. They lead by 7. Shot by Gordon, wide open. It's good from long range.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Wow, this is just a huge road win. These guys banded together. Just an awesome performance.
Now here's Porzingis, and a great assist by Jack as that one goes in.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going that one up.
Harden dishes to Gordon. Back to Harden. Capella sends a screen for Harden. The pass to Anderson. Porzingis with the block, and they're able to recover. Capella with the bucket. New York calls timeout. They trail by 9. 8 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of.
They can only blame themselves. A few missed opportunities, some miscues that they'd like to have back. It all adds up.
And so it's New York with it. They trail by 9 points. Out to Sessions. The 3 from Porzingis. It's good.
I don't think we'll ever see another 7'3" player who can drain the 3 like Porzingis. He takes the idea of that inside-outside threat to a whole nother level.
So Houston wins it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. James, you guys look like you got to pace and space the way you want to tonight.
Yeah, they did a good job, very good job. We tried to push the ball as much as possible. They kept getting offensive rebounds, so we stuck with it 4 quarters and grinded it out.
Yeah, you got control at the end there, and it led to the win. Thanks, James. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.